What celebrity is over-sexualized? Do you think this helps or hurts them? Brooke Shields. Probably the worst exploitation of a celebrity's sexuality I've seen in my lifetime. I remember when as soon as Emma Watson turned 18, the paparazzi went crazy, trying to get pictures of her dress and everything. Eliza Dushku. The poor woman was molested as a child while filming True Lies and sexually harassed while on the set of Bull. At least in the latter case she was able to settle for $8 million. Zac Efron. In his show Down to Earth there's a car ride scene where Zac cries when he's talking about girls who had obsessed with him, and it caused a lot of trauma for him. Used to not stand the dude, but seeing the real him really showcased how good of a guy he is. The green M&M. I'm sure it had to hurt all the celebrities that have had countdowns till they turned 18 like Emma Watson, Natalie Portman, Brooke Shields, Justin Bieber, Britney Spears, Millie Bobby Brown, the Olsen twins, etc. I would imagine that could be really traumatizing. Why did you need to cut off a friend? She was an emotional vampire. Everything was either a pity party for her or a celebration of whatever achievement she had gotten. But if I or anyone else needed sympathy or anything, we were obviously very selfish people and were complaining too much. Or if anyone wanted to celebrate an achievement, we were rubbing it in her face. Also, she was super flaky. Once, we planned to meet at the gym and she never showed. I texted and called but got nothing until about 2 hours later when she said she was at another friend's house. He hit on my wife and tried telling her first that I said it was okay, and then tried to say I was having an affair with his wife. None of which was true. She told another friend, right in front of me, yeah, if my name didn't keep in touch, we'd never see each other. Light bulb went on. 6 years ago my best friend held a firearm to me and told me to put out or get out. I obviously left immediately. We were severely addicted to painkillers and that was basically the only reason that I stuck around with him for so long. His actions that night actually saved my life. I've been clean 6 years at the end of the month. I never spoke to him again after he traumatized me like that. He passed away about a month ago from a drug overdose. I just hope his mom is okay. I finally figured out that all that good-natured ribbing he did all the time was him just being a bully. He had issues and I was his favorite punching bag. I finally wised up and got rid of his ass. My so-called friend spread rumors about me so bad. It got to a point where jobs refused to hire me. I was unemployed for almost 2 years because of it. What's the worst response to, I cheated on you? No, you didn't. They paid me. Then you better call your partner 'cause I caught a STD. You cheated on me when I specifically asked you not to. I thought we were in an open relationship. Was I not supposed to be seeing other people? Finally, I was feeling so guilty all the time. Quote, I don't care. What's one thing you've never told anyone, but will tell us? I was at church summer camp when I was 10 and got up to use the bathroom during a daytime chapel service. On the way there, I was picking at a scab on my hand, and it started to bleed just a bit. Once I got into the bathroom stall, I used some of the blood to write the word die on the wall above the toilet. The camp staff freaked out once they found it, and everyone who had left the service to use the bathrooms was questioned. I remember they made a huge deal out of it, and the camp director talked to us about how worried he was. But no one ever zeroed in on me, and my bleeding had stopped by the time anyone was paying attention. I was just really into Sherlock Holmes and solving mysteries. I thought the bloody word looked like the scary cover font on some of my mystery books. I also wanted to see if anyone could solve what happened. Belated apologies to anyone who was a church camp counselor in upstate New York in the summer of '88 and had to deal with my bullshit. Before your cell phone kept track of birthdays, I used to remind my husband's friends and family about his birthday so he'd get a lot of birthday greetings. It totally made him happy that everyone remembered his birthday. It's sad. When my mom was on hospice, she wrote down a very short list. Casseroles. Pies. She wasn't always all there. So I asked her what it was. She said, things to make for when I die, my celebration of life. There are probably going to be a lot of people. I think she was trying to think of dishes we could have to feed a lot of people at once. My mom didn't have a funeral. She didn't have a celebration of life. No one would have come. My brother found the note after she died and was laughing about it. He had no context, so he thought it was a note she wrote when she was less with it, and found it endearing. I let him think that, because the truth was heartbreaking. I've never told him, or anyone else. My wife has a ceramic mug that she drinks water from all day long. She's been using the same mug for as long as I've known her. I found the exact mug on eBay 5 years ago, shortly after we moved in together. That replacement mug is stored in a bonks box at my office in case I accidentally smash the original. The battle between wanting to die and wanting to be a good father is really fucking hard for me. I planned to commit suicide last summer on my birthday. I didn't because I got pulled over and the RCMP officer was kind to me on my way to the mountains. Then I met 2 older couples on the hike I was going to do it on and they invited me to hike with them. Then took me out to dinner and bought me my meal and a drink because they said no one should be alone on their birthday. They unknowingly stopped me with their kindness. There is a person standing by a big red button that will make all human life disappear, including their own. You have 1 minute to convince them not to. What do you say? A margarita pizza is on its way. In all seriousness, a policeman prevented someone jumping off a bridge by asking him if he wanted pizza. He changed his mind and ate the pizza. You won't, pussy. Press the button, nobody will remember. If that person has gotten to the point that they actually want to push that button, I hardly think I or anyone would be able to tell them anything that would change their mind within 1 minute. Who will feed the dogs? Subscribe, my brothers.